G'day everyone, Goober here with another Torchlight Infinite Season SS7 video. I wasn't sure if I was going to make a video about this strategy as it seems a little ridiculous. I say that because it is a turner, but it's not a turner. So this strategy revolves around spamming as many ruins as you can. You don't care about the city itself, and a lot of the time it's pretty dry. You don't get much. You might get one or two FE. Every now and then you'll get the annoying one like the beam. I'll show you how to deal with that. But then, you know, what has been lacking this season has been just the sheer amount of loot that drops. So in other seasons, you got the dopamine hit of, you'd be running a map and a whole bunch of FE and stuff will drop. As you saw on the ground when I started the video, there was a bunch of loot on the ground, and that's exciting to get. So that's what I've missed about this season and last season. And yeah, in this strategy, you're just grinding it out, and then every now and then you'll get one that is really good. So as you could see what I did then, I activated the point, saw it was the beam. I don't like doing the beam because it takes too long. I don't even really like doing the waves that I've got this time, because sometimes the hidden guys don't die immediately and it just takes too long. So this one again, I'm not going to actually do the pillars. I'll just clear the area, go through the portal. The good thing about the portal is it drops you right next to the NPC here. You can just continue, reset, and go again. Now you may be thinking that is a massive waste of... Sorry, I didn't realize that the cam was off. You may think it's a massive waste of the keys, but the good thing about the keys is, okay, they've tripled in price since I bought mine. I bought all of mine for 0.1 each. They were pretty worthless. So maybe I'm not the first one to put out a video about this or stream it or whatnot, but yeah, it's even at 0.2. I didn't mean to click that. Even at 0.2, it is ridiculously good value. Because even in Netherrealm Resonance that you get, you're definitely making that back. You get Agnostic Thesis drop in here. You get 100-fold Windfall. As you saw just before, I had multiple stacks of 10 Flame Elementium from a pack of monsters. In that instance, I actually had about 4 or 5 stacks of 10 in that ruin. So at this point, you could go and clear the city if you wanted. The rewards don't look too horrible, but I'm not really that interested in the city itself. I'm just interested in spamming the ruins. I haven't got a good one yet. You can get chests in here. So a turner chest will spawn. That's just a bunch of loot. And a lot of the loot comes from when you kill a monster and the purple portals spawn. So the purple portals always mean, 3 to 5 minimum flame elementium. But it's just a very easy, chill farming strategy. So this one looks like it's going to be pretty okay. A bunch of purple monsters, etc. After this one, I'll go over what you need to do to even do this farm. It is not just come here and instantly get all of these enemies spawning. You do have to put some points into the palms. I couldn't remember what it was because I was talking, but I'll just leave actually. So what you need to do is initially there is a slight investment into this. So into the palms, what you need, you don't need all these points. They are 50 each or something. But it just makes it so you don't have to reset the city that often. But the main ones are all of these drop quantity, not those ones, these ones drop quantity in the ruins. All of these are really important, and then all of these chances of the extra monsters spawning in the ruins. So you just want all of these nodes over here, and you may as well grab the ones for the pages to drop to be doubled, because it costs pages to get this going. How much are pages, you may ask? Pages are currently going for 0.013. So that means for 100 flame elementium, you'll get 7,600 of these, and that is more than enough to get every single node that you need, plus probably all of the candle ones and a few of the ones over here if you so wish. What's that mean about them dropping in there to sell? I've got 100, so that's, 1.3 flame elementium. It's not a huge amount. You do get a huge amount of Netherrealm resonance. They're still worth 0.09, pretty close to 0.1. You get a whole bunch of flame elementium. You get a whole bunch of compasses and cards and stuff. So it is hugely worth doing. I'll now stop crapping on. I'll do some of them, see if I can unpause on some highlights, and then I will do a test for an hour and see if it's actually pretty good profit or if it's just a feel-good alternative to mapping. So here's a good one. Just some bosses. Bosses are very quick, very easy. And one other thing that you'll find in here a lot, here's one. The loot gobbies spawn quite a lot in here. I was doing this for about 30 minutes yesterday, and I had 260 of the pouches. So it's really quite good. They will be included in the profits for the test. Alright, see you in a minute. The loot in this one so far has been pretty good. First batch of monsters. That's the waves. Shame. So kill those. Maybe I just got lucky on the first group. Doesn't look like many elites or anything. A couple of elites spawned. Flame elementium. Not huge loot, but not too bad nonetheless for such a short run. So I just got another portal, purple portal. These normally give pretty good loot. Lost Secrets is nice. Give me an agnostic or something. So the good thing about this is it was a bit of a shame on the portal there, but you don't really need to use the Eterna pets in this. You can use whatever you want. You get a lot of compasses, so if you've got compass pets, they're really good. You get a lot of fluorescent memories, so if you've got fluorescent memory pets, they're good. And you get a lot of raw flame elementium, so if you've got fuel pets or drop quant pets, any pet really will work in here because everything's pretty shared. The more expensive loot is the fluorescent memories, but another garbage one. But I don't know, it's worth testing fluorescent memory pets and all sorts. I don't know why, but sometimes the loot in here is just so much better than any other time, for no apparent reason it would seem. I had a stack of 10 FE just before, and then a 5, and now it's just everything seems to be dropping flame elementium, which is really nice. Another 7 there. It's pretty inconsistent, but I guess over time it is consistent. Alrighty, I've gone through and bought up probably way too many of these. I just wanted to see the range, basically. I had the loop filter or the price filter to 0.25, so I got them anywhere from 15 to 23, etc. each. So I'll just count them all as 0.25 because that's what the filter was set to. I'll do an hour test. I probably won't bore you with, you know, unless I see something insane. But yeah, let's get it on. I've transferred my inventory, and I have 600 of them. Wow. Okay. It's going to take a while to get through those. See you in a minute. Righty, 669 of these cost 167 flame elementium. There is that 100 FE cost to do this, or approximate 100, probably 50 or 60 or something. Let's just call it 100. Or entry, start, I don't know, something like that. So, anywho, these are the main things that I think I'll see drop, plus all the compasses, so I'll add those at the end, and we'll see how we go. Just got a stack of 20 FE drop in this one. Maybe this is going to be a good one. Another 11 FE there. Another 5 FE there. Another 5 FE from that guy. Maybe this spawned as like an ultimate room or something, I don't know. What's that, another 24 FE? Another 12 from here. That was a big one. Every now and then you get the chests, which is pretty cool. You just got to be careful when you are doing the final one. As if you are spamming D or whatever to pick up all of the, or open all of the chests, you may accidentally go through the portal that spawns and not actually open all of the chests. But it is nice to get this one every now and then. I would like to get one when it's dropping, you know, 10 or 15 FE a batch. So in this one, if I was to do this here and just spam it, I'd do 2 and then I would leave and the area would be closed. So just be careful of that. Just had a stack of 50 drop. That's hilarious. The amount of times that I'm getting the waves or the beam or the other one, it's making me wonder if it's just quicker to just not click them ever. Like, I just got it again, so I'm just going to waste all this time. Alrighty, this will be the last one for the hour. Of course, we get something garbage. Got an extremely large amount of waves and beams in this hour, which was not how it started off for the day, but whatever. Always seems to happen when you do a test, but I guess it gives you a base FE per hour that you could expect. Nothing too crazy happened. I think I got one stack of 50 FE, which you don't get before Profound or Deep Space, which is interesting. Quick look, we got a Fiend Crown. It's not really worth anything right now. And the other legendaries aren't worth much. Raw FE, we got 306 raw FE drop in the hour, which is actually quite nice. Including the bound FE that you get from the flame sand. That's another 3, 6, 9, 12, almost 15 flame elementium there, which is nice. We did go through, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh? Didn't I start with 650? Must have been 750. Anyhow, I'll fix that. We did get 140 pouches in the hour, some threads, and I think that's all... Oh, I got 750 Netherrealm Resonance, which was nice, and 150 Energy Cores. Energy Cores aren't really worth too much now. They were worth more at the start of the season. And then others, we got all of these cards. We did get 2 Thesis, so that's a nice 30 Flame Elementium. No real nice compasses that I can see. And then, yeah, just some other assorted cards. Let me tally that up and see what we got. Alrighty, so doing the tally, it felt like a pretty slow hour, to be honest. However, we still made a lot of FE, and considering 322 of that is raw FE, I guess you could say this is raw FE, so that's raw FE, this is raw FE, so that's 373 of raw raw FE, because this is 5 to 1 is a tax voucher. Pretty much everyone's paying tax on the trade house at the moment, so that's 28 Flame Elementium back there, just in the loot gobbies. If you haven't, if you've got all the other things that you want, that's just extra Flame Elementium. A bunch of the cards worked really well, so another 98 Flame Elementium there. I just added up all of the compasses that I had, which only ended up being 25. I didn't get any nice ones this time. A bunch of Precious Embers, so 26 FE there. So, honestly, very mindless, and seeing when you get the good ones, like most maps you're getting 1 or 2, or it seems like 3 or 4 Flame Elementium, because a lot of the stuff is auto pickup, so Netherrealm Resonance, Flame Sand, Precious Embers, you don't really see them, at least with the advanced auto loot, because they just automatically get picked up. And even the bigger stuff that does drop, you don't really notice it, because there is so much stuff dropping that on the side you might see the Netherrealm Resonance or something, and all the good stuff just gets lost in the auto pickup and the auto loot button. So this hour only cost 20 Flame Elementium worth of Eternas, and so off the 80 that we ran, we got 578 Flame Elementium, which is absolutely mental. I will do more. I'll probably just do this throughout the evening, and I'll have the timer going when I'm playing. I am doing other things as well, so I'll come back, show you the total time that I've done, and then we'll work out an average Flame Elementium per hour. See you in a minute. Righty, this is pretty interesting. I probably noticed a bit too late. I was just stuffing around here. As you can see, I didn't really care. I do have 3 tiles, and I have an ultimate here, so I will be attempting the city. I just need to try and get a multiplier there, so I'm just going to run some 4s. I'll probably, if I don't get the shape that I want to connect to that node, I'll probably just fail the zone on purpose so I can reset it and try again and get that ×2, and then I'll go and see what the ultimate node drops me. So for example, this one doesn't get the node, so I'm just going to fail it and try again. Okay, it doesn't reset the shape, so there goes that idea. There we go. Here's our ultimate node. Okay. All I got was 93 of that card, which is not tradable. Collect 4 to exchange. Oh, 5 to 15 Transcendence Wedges. I'll take that. So that is going to get me 23 hand-ins at 5 to 15 legendary wedges. That's pretty huge. Hopefully these are still 10 FE each. That's nuts. Breaking news, we interrupt your something to present to you handing in of Disciples Ascensions. It says 1. Hopefully it's not 1. Even if it is 1, probably be pretty good, but oh yeah. That's cash money. I really hope the price of these has not gone down. Because that's pretty exciting. And that was only the first 40. So let's do another batch. See what we get. It's funny that you can do this method. It's good FE, and you can effectively hunt for ultimate nodes and just go for them. 15. There's 1-5 there. That's insane. So a couple left. I can't really do anything with the 1 because I can't sell it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Confirm. So another bunch there. So how many all up was that? That was 205. They're 50 each. Holy balls. That node was 12,800 flame elementium. Shit. Alright. Now that I've told everyone in Discord, I can get back to the test. I almost didn't notice that node too. That's the craziest thing. That's insane. Anyhow. Back to it. Back to the complete normalcy of farming this. Farming strat, you know. It's pretty disgusting how good this is. Pretty annoyed that I didn't try this earlier. Thanks to Hoyo that told me about it. Crazy. But anyway. Noticed I'm getting a lot less views on YouTube, so I guess not many people are going to do this, which is cool. Just means it's going to be viable for more people for longer, I guess. Anywho, I'll see you in 10 minutes for a bit of an update. Alrighty, so that's pretty much 2 hours, so let's just have a quick look at what we have. They were taken off the market, so I could put that other ridiculous stuff up. So 2 hours, we've had 660 flame elementium drop, which is really nice. We've had over a stack of that now, so 1400, excuse me, Netherrealm resonance. So that's like almost 120. Also flame elementium, so we're up to 800 or so. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 614, so about another 80 or so stages. We're up to 266 fortune pouches, so you definitely make a lot of those in here. Pretty much the same amount of energy cores as last hour, about the same amount of precious embers, another 600 or so. The amount of these seem pretty consistent. Is this a good compass? Nah. Okay. I thought it was. Some pretty decent compasses there. That's just the leftover from before. So all in all, I'd say that's probably another, 500, 600 flame elementium from that hour. Only got one agnostic that time, but, the other loot is just consistent lots of bubblegum currency and really good profit. So I'll quickly slap this into the spreadsheet. Ruby wants to go into the spa, so I'll probably end this here on a really high note. I don't know if those have actually sold. Okay, so they did sell, or at least some of them. I've still got a fair few up. None of the stacks of 50 are sold. A few 10s and a couple of 15s sold. So that's actually insane. That's actually insane. I wouldn't expect to get this again this entire season if I did it. That was the first ultimate room that I'd had in. I was doing this before the video as well. A couple of hours, so one room in 3 or 4 hours, something like that. So do not expect to get the ultimate node. I think with the ultimate node there might be something over here. 0.13% chance that a reward room is ultimate. So out of a 3x3, that is a 9 rooms. So there is a 0.9% chance, or maybe a 1% chance per city that you will get an ultimate room. So 1 in 100 cities, roughly, if you have this node. So maybe, you know, come over and take that node. It'll cost you about 20 FE worth of pages. Yeah, absolutely insane. Spreadsheet, 1 second.
So, on an average, you'll get 12,000 FE every 2 hours.
But yeah, realistically, it's pretty much, you know, 500 or 600 flame elementium an hour. The first hour was what, 500 FE. It costs about 100 FE to set up, which is insane, which pays itself off extremely quickly. You don't need the season pets. I did use the season pets in the city. I don't know if it benefited. I can't remember how many loot chests came out because city. So overview, there is, every time the player completes the candelabrum gameplay, there's a 21% chance to increase the number of spots. No, that's something else. There's a 16% chance for rewards to be doubled in the city. So I can't remember if 2 chests spawned or 4, because it was ×2 because it was a ×4, a 4 space block. So I can't recall if it was. So there's a 4% on Shocket, and there is a 16% on the Legendary. So a 20% chance it doubled. Even halved, that's 6,000 FE, which is insane. So actually insane loot for this. A solid, you know, 500-600 FE an hour. If the price of this goes to 1 each, then you're looking at only 500 FE an hour. If they go to 2 each, you know, it's only 450 FE an hour. But I bought mine for 0.2. Let's have a quick look at what they're at. I have told a couple of people on Discord. So 0.14, 0.19, quickly climbs up to 0.3. So even if we change that to 0.3, it's not really going to change the cost too much. It's gone from costing 32 FE for 2 hours to 48 FE for 2 hours, which is crazy. But this, holy balls. A bunch of it has sold. Let's just do another quick check. More sold just then. So I might have to split these down to 10s. Maybe 50s won't sell. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. 49. Those 12 listings. What have I got? 3, 4, 5. 5 of those listings are mine. But yeah. Anywho, I'm going to stop harping on. I'll end this video and publish it. And hopefully not too many people have gone to Diablo 4. Subscribe if you haven't. Cheers.